Hello everyone. Today discuss cockroach digestive system. Cockroach digestive system. The cockroach digestive system consists of the cockroach digestive system consists of the alimentary canal and digestive glands. The cockroach digestive system consists of the alimentary canal and digestive glands. First one, alimentary canal. Alimentary canal and digestive glands. The cockroach digestive system consists of the alimentary canal and digestive glands. Alimentary canal and digestive glands. First one, alimentary canal. First one, alimentary canal. So the pre-oral cavity. Pre-oral cavity surrounded by the pre-oral cavity is surrounded by the mouth parts. The pre-oral cavity is surrounded by the mouth parts. Next one, the pre-oral cavity divided into two regions. The pre-oral cavity divided into two regions. One is the cibarium. Second one, salivarium. The pre-oral cavity is divided into two regions. One is the cibarium, another one is the salivarium. First one cibarium, second one salivarium. Next one, a side heading, alimentary canal. Next side heading, alimentary canal. So alimentary canal is a long coiled tube. 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 Next one is starting from the mouth. It's starting from the mouth, ending from the anus. It's starting from the mouth, ending from the anus. The alimentary canal is a long coiled tube. It is starting from the mouth. It is ending from the anus. It is ending from the anus. Next one, the alimentary canal contain a three regions. 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 First one, foregut. First one, foregut. Second one, a midgut. Second one, a midgut. Third one, hindgut. So the alimentary canal contain a three regions. The alimentary canal contain a three regions. First one, foregut. Second one, midgut. Third one, hindgut. Foregut, midgut and hindgut. First one, a foregut. First one, foregut. The foregut is also called as stomodium. Is also called as stomodium. Foregut is also called as stomodium. The foregut is also called as stomodium. It contains a mouth. It contains mouth, pharynx, esophagus, crop, gizzard. Contain mouth, pharynx, esophagus, crop and gizzard. First one, a mouth. Mouth. So the mouth opens into the pharynx. Mouth opens into the pharynx. So the pharynx opens into the esophagus. Pharynx opens into the esophagus. So the esophagus opens into the crop. Esophagus opens into the crop. Esophagus opens into the crop. So the mouth opens into the pharynx. The pharynx opens into the esophagus. The esophagus opens into the crop. Esophagus opens into the crop. Next one, the crop is a shock-like structure. Crop is a shock-like structure. Crop is a shock-like structure. The crop is a shock-like structure. Shock means like a bag-like structure. So there the crop is a bag-like structure. It looks like a bag. So the crop is a shock-like structure and it store food materials. store food materials. It store the food materials. It store food materials. So the crop is a shock-like structure. It's storing the food material. It's storing the food materials. Next one, the crop opens into the gizzard. A crop opens into the gizzard. The crop opens into the gizzard. Crop opens into the gizzard. Crop opens into the gizzard. So the gizzard is a thick-walled muscular organ. Gizzard is a thick-walled muscular organ. Thick-walled muscular part or muscular organ. Gizzard is a thick-walled muscular part. Gizzard is a thick-walled muscular organ. The crop is a thin-walled. Crop is a thin-walled. Gizzard is a thick-walled parts. Next one, the gizzard contain 6 chitinous. The gizzard contain 6 chitinous teeth. The gizzard contain 6 chitinous teeth. Gizzard contain 6 chitinous teeth. So teeth means is a chitinous teeth means, so the teeth is formed by the protein chitin. The teeth is formed by a protein. That protein name is chitin. So these teeth is called the chitinous teeth. Chitinous teeth. For example, so these are the teeth. So the teeth are formed by the protein chitin. So these teeth is called the chitinous teeth. Next one, so back side of the teeth contain a hair-like structures. Backwardly directed hair-like structures is called the bristle. Is called the bristles. So the teeth contain a gizzard contain a hair-like structure. Hair-like structures is called the bristle. Bristles. So the gizzard contain a bristles. So they are the filtering food materials. Filtering the food materials. So the teeth help from the grinding food materials. They are the grinding food materials. So the teeth functioning is the grinding of the food materials. So bristles functioning is the filtering of the food materials. So the gizzard is also called as grinding mill. Grinding mill and sieve. Grinding mill and sieve. So the gizzard is also called as grinding mill and sieve. Sieve means, so the filtering of the food materials. So these are the foregut. First one, the foregut. The foregut contain a mouth, pharynx, esophagus, crop and gizzard. Next one, the mouth opens into the pharynx. Next one, mouth opens into the pharynx. Next one, the pharynx opens into the esophagus. Pharynx opens into the esophagus. Next one, the esophagus opens into the crop. Esophagus opens into the crop. Next one, crop opens into the gizzard. Crop opens into the gizzard. So the crop is a thin-walled sac-like structure. Crop is a thin-walled sac-like structure. Next one, the crop is the temporary storing of the food materials. The crop is the temporary storing of the food materials. Crop opens into the gizzard. So the gizzard is a thick-walled muscular part. Gizzard is a thick-walled muscular part. It contains 6 chitinous teeth. So these are helps from the food grinding. Next one, the back side of the teeth contain a hair-like structures. That hair-like structures is called the bristles. So these are helping from the filtering of the food materials. So the gizzard is also called as grinding mill and sieve. Next one, so the gizzard, just rough diagram. So pharynx, esophagus, so these are the crop. Crop opens into the gizzard. Gizzard. Esophagus, crop and gizzard. So the gizzard opens into the midgut. The gizzard opens into the midgut. In this region, gizzard opening into the midgut. In this region contain a valve. In this region contain a valve. So this valve is called the stomodeal valve. This valve is called the stomodeal valve. Stomodeal valve. That stomodeal valve functioning is so prevention of backward flow of the food materials. Prevention of backward flow of food materials. They are only food materials entering from the gizzard to midgut only. So they are the prevention of backward flow. Prevention of the backward flow. These are the stomodeal valve. So they are the stomodeal valve. So the gizzard opens into the midgut. In this region contain a valve. This valve is called the stomodeal valve. The stomodeal valve functioning is the prevention of backward flow of food materials. Prevention of backward flow of food materials. Next one, second side heading midgut. Second side heading midgut. Second one midgut. So the midgut is also called as a mesenteron. Midgut is also called mesenteron. So midgut is also called as a mesenteron. The midgut is also called as a mesenteron. Next one, so the midgut, the foregut opens into the midgut. In this region 6 to 8 finger like structures. So the midgut, foregut opens into gizzard opens into the midgut. In this region the contain a 6 to 8. How many number? 6 to 8 finger like structure. 6 to 8 finger like structure is called the hepatic CK. So the foregut opens into the midgut. In this region contain a 6 to 8 finger like structures is called the hepatic CK. Hepatic CK. So these are helps from the digestion and absorption. So these are helps from the digestion and absorption. So the midgut, foregut opens into the midgut. In this region contain a 6 to 8 finger like structures is called the hepatic CK. So these are helps from the digestion and absorption. Digestion and absorption. So they are helps from the digestion and absorption. So see the rough diagram. So these are the gizzard. So the gizzard opens into the midgut. So these are the midgut. So the in this region, so the foregut, these are the midgut. In this region contain a 6 to 8 finger like structures. The 6 to 8 finger like structures. So they are the hepatic CK. Hepatic CK. So these are the helps from the digestion and absorption. So the cockroach, the foregut opens into the midgut. In this region contain a 6 to 8 finger like structures is called hepatic CK. These are helps from the digestion and absorption. These are helps from the digestion and absorption. Next one, the midgut contain a 2 regions. The midgut contain a 2 regions. It contain 2 regions. First one, anterior secretory region. First one, anterior secretory. Anterior secretory region or secretory part. Second one, posterior absorptive part. Posterior absorptive part. Just a rough diagram. So these are the like midgut. So these are the midgut. So the midgut contain how many regions? 2 regions. So these are the anterior region. So these are the posterior region. Anterior region and posterior region. So the first one, anterior region, anterior secretory part, posterior absorptive part. First one, the anterior secretory part. So these are the anterior secretory part is containing a many glandular cells. It contains a many glandular cells. Many glandular cells. It contains a many glandular cells. Many glandular cells. It contains many glandular cells. So these many glandular cells, they secretion of the digestive enzymes. Digestive enzymes. Secrete many digestive enzymes. So the anterior secretory part contains a many glandular cells. These many glandular cells secretion of the digestive enzymes and peritropic membrane. Peritropic membrane. Peritropic membrane. So the peritropic membrane, the formation of the surrounding of the food materials, the formation of the food bolus, the formation of the food bolus. So these function, the peritropic membrane function, so the prevention of collapsing of the walls. So they are the protection of the midgut walls. Protection of the midgut walls. So the digestive enzymes, so this functioning is the digestion of food materials. So digestion of food materials. Next one, posterior absorptive part. So these are the posterior absorptive part. The posterior absorptive part, the digested food materials. Absorption of digested food materials. Absorption of digested food materials. Absorption of digested food materials from the posterior absorptive region to blood circulation, into the blood circulation, into the blood circulation. So these are the anterior secretory region and posterior absorptive region. So these are the midgut. Next one, so the midgut opens into the hindgut. So these are the midgut. So the midgut opens into the hindgut. Just a rough diagram. Hindgut. So midgut opens into the hindgut. In this region contain a sphincter muscles. Sphincter muscles. Sphincter muscles. So the sphincter muscles function. The sphincter muscles functioning is the prevention of backward flow of the undigested food materials. Prevention of backward flow of the undigested food materials. So these are functioning of the sphincter muscles. So in this region, stomoidal valve. Stomoidal valve. So the same function, stomoidal valve function and sphincter muscle function are the same function. So they are the prevention of backward flow. Prevention of backward flow of the food materials. Next one. Third one, hindgut. Third one is the hindgut. Third one, hindgut. So the hindgut is also called as proctodium. Hindgut is also called as proctodium. Hindgut is also called as proctodium. So the hindgut is also called as proctodium. Hindgut is also called as proctodium. Next one, the midgut. Just rough diagram. So these are the midgut. These are the hindgut. So they are the midgut. So these are the hindgut. So the in this region contain six bundles of yellow color tubules. 6 bundles of yellow color tubules is called as Malpighian tubules. Malpighian tubules. The Malpighian tubules. So the midgut opens into the hindgut. Midgut opens into the hindgut. In this region contain a Malpighian tubules. Malpighian tubules. So the Malpighian tubules, they are the excretory organs of cockroach. Excretory organs. So the excretory organs of the cockroach. So they are the excretion function. So they are the excretory waste material collection and going to the outside. So they are the malphizian tubules. The midgut opens to the hindgut. In this region contain 6 bundles of yellow color tubules. 6 bundles of yellow color tubules is called the malphizian tubules. The malphizian tubules are the excretory organs of cockroach. Next one, the hindgut contain 3 regions. The hindgut contain 3 regions. So the hindgut contain 3 regions. First one, hilum. Second one, colon. Third one, rectum. Hilum, colon, rectum. First one, hilum. Second one, colon. Third one, rectum. Hilum, colon and rectum. First one, hilum. So these are the short tube. So hilum is the short tube. It is receiving from the midgut. Undigested waste materials are the receiving, and so they are opening from the malphizian tubules opens into the hilum. Malphizian tubules opens into the hilum. It receives the excretory waste materials, or it receiving to the undigested waste materials. Next one, the hilum opens into the colon. So the colon is a highly coiled tube. Long coiled tube. So the colon is a long coiled tube. Next one, the colon opens into the rectum. So the rectum is a short wide tube. The colon is a short wide tube. It contains 6 longitudinal folds of the rectal papillae. It contains 6 rectal papillae. It contains 6 rectal. It contains 6 longitudinal rectal papillae. It contains 6 longitudinal rectal papillae. So these function reabsorption of water. This functioning is a reabsorption of water from the undigested waste materials. So they are the rectum. Finally, rectum opens into the anus. The anus opens into the outside. Finally, the rectum opens into the anus. The anus opens into the outside. So they are the hindgut. So the alimentary canal. So the alimentary canal contains foregut, midgut, and hindgut. Next one, second heading, digestive glands. So the cockroach contains 3 types of the digestive glands. The cockroach contains 3 types of the digestive glands. First one, salivary glands. First one, salivary glands. So the salivary glands, it contains a pair of salivary glands. The cockroach contains a pair of salivary glands. They are presenting in the ventrolateral side of the crop. Next one, its secretion of the saliva. The saliva contains starch digesting enzymes, salivary amylase. It contains enzyme amylase. So this amylase are digestion of the carbohydrates. Next, second one, glandular cells of mesenteron. Glandular cells of the mesenteron. So the glandular cells of mesenteron, they are presenting on the midgut. It contains many gland cells. They secretion of digestive enzymes. The secretion of digestive enzymes. The digestive enzymes, the digestion of the food materials. So the digestive enzymes are the maltase, sucrase, lipase, invertase, etc. So they are releasing from the digestive enzymes. Next one, third one, hepatic CK. Hepatic CK. Third one, hepatic CK. So the hepatic CK. So these are the digestive glands. These are helps from the digestion and absorption. It helps from the digestion and absorption. Digestion and absorption. Digestion and absorption. So these are the digestive glands. The cockroach contain three types of the digestive glands. One is the salivary glands, second one glandular cells of mesentery, third one hepatic CK. So first one salivary glands. A pair of salivary glands presenting in the cockroach. So these are located in the ventrolateral side of the crop. It's secretion of the saliva. So the saliva containing enzyme salivary amylase. So it helps from the digestion of carbohydrates. Second one, glandular cells of mesentery. So they are location from the midgut. So these secretion of the digestive enzymes. The digestive enzymes are the maltase, sucrase, lactase, invertase, amylase. So these are the digestive enzymes. Next one, third one, hepatic CK. So the hepatic CK. So these are helps from the digestion and absorption. Helps from the digestion and absorption. So they are the cockroach digestive system. So next class discuss deep in the salivary glands.